Hello, good evening to you. Today is 25th December 2024, which marks the beginning of our week 12 of this 6-month virtual internship. And like always, we start by showing our outlines. That is what we are to cover for the entire week. So, in this week, we are going to have a recap on week 11, and also we'll have an introduction to Power BI. And also today we are going to see, I'm going to take you through how to download a Power BI. And after that, after the download, we are going to walk through the Power BI interface. You learn the interface, you understand how the Power BI interface is, how it looks like, what you can do, and what each menu within the interface can help you to do. So we'll discuss that. And after that, then how to load data into Power BI. Then we'll learn how to load a data. How are you going to bring a data into your Power BI to start working with? So exactly that's where we are going to start. We will have a question and answer conclusion, and we call it a day. So probably this week your assignment is going to be more of we are not going to have assignment. Let me just say this. We're not going to have assignment for week 11. We are not going to have assignment for week 11. So we'll have understanding of all this. We understand this and whatever, then you go actually next week we start the real work in the two. Okay, so last week, a recap on last week, we discussed about interactive dashboard. You see how you can create an interactive dashboard with Microsoft Excel. So today, this is more advanced of it because Power BI, let's talk about it, what Power BI is, to have introduction to this Power BI. I believe each and every one of you saw this. This is the logo of official logo of Power BI. And believe me, you can be seeing different logos of Power BI, but this one, I suppose, is the original logo of and trademarked logo of the Power BI. So Power BI was originally designed in 2010 with the name Project Crescent. That's the name of the software initially. Project Crescent. That's the name of the software. So it's what it was later when it was purchased by Microsoft company. Then the Microsoft renamed it to Power BI, which means Power Business Intelligence. That's the name of the software, and that's the full meaning of BI in Power BI. Okay, so Power Business Intelligence or Power BI is a software you use to create interactive dashboard with. One of the benefits of this Power BI than Excel, it is more collaborative software that I can work on it, somebody will work on it, somebody will work on it. We can all work together, connected with it. So that's one of the most, essential feature that Power BI has. And you can connect multiple sources of data to it. Multiple sources. You can connect multiple sources of data to it. SQL Server, all these ODK tools, ComCare tools, Google Form, all these you can connect them with Power BI to work with. But sorry, you can only do this with Power BI Pro, and that's why we are not going to cover that. So you can only do that with Power BI Pro. So there is a pro version of it, and there is also, uh what do we call it? There is also free version of it. So you can do a lot. All your office people can be connected. All of us now as a team, we can have one Power BI Pro and all of us can be working with it. And we can also share the Power BI dashboard with other people. We can share it with other maybe stakeholders so that anywhere they are, they can be looking at the data, the trend of the data, everything will be there. Another thing of Power BI is that you see, we developed interactive dashboard in Excel. So Power BI is automatically interactive dashboard. So you don't even need to create that pivot table to connect to do other things with it. You don't need that. Once you develop a dashboard in Power BI, the dashboard is automatically interactive dashboard. So you don't even need to waste your time trying to connect with it and whatever. So Power BI is very powerful, and a lot of organizations nowadays are adopting Power BI because, like I say, it is more collaborative, it is more updated, it is more secured, it is more, now it is even more professional to these organizations that are adopting it. But believe me, not all organizations are using this. Still, some organizations are using Microsoft Excel, and you have no choice than to create the dashboard and also to do their works for them using the Microsoft Excel. So that is something. And don't get confused. Power BI is also owned by the same company that own Microsoft Excel. So it's just an advance of Microsoft Excel. But there are things that Microsoft Excel can do which Power BI cannot do. One thing, let me say, like data entry. You cannot do data entry in Power BI. You cannot do that. But you can do it in Microsoft Excel. And there are a lot of things that you cannot do in Power BI, which we can do it in Microsoft Excel. But take note, almost all the functions that we have in Microsoft Excel are available in Power BI. So all the functions that you have learned, even with other ones, maybe you didn't learn during the Excel, we're going to treat them here in Power BI. And of course, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. Okay. So this is the introduction to this Power BI, and I believe you understand this, and you have a say into it whenever somebody maybe asks you what Power BI is all about. So how are you going to download Power BI, or how to download Power BI? So I'll show you how to download it, but let's go to the official homepage of Power BI to see how to download the Power BI. So I'm stopping my screen and I'm opening it. Don't worry, I'm just sharing the link in your group. Oh, let me share it with Katrina. So Katrina will share it with you. And let me share it with also Ahmad. If Katrina is not available, please Ahmad share the link if she's not available because I can see she's not online. So Ahmad, if you are with us, please share the link. Okay, she's available. So I can see she's going to share it. Share with all. Sorry, I'm just sending message to Katrina. Share with all participants in the group. So if she didn't do that, Ahmad, you can go ahead and do that. So okay, Ahmad did that. Okay, so okay. So I'm sharing back my screen. Okay, so here we are. I shared the link with you. So here we are. So once you click the link that I share with you, you are going to download this Power BI desktop version. So you're going to work with it. So this is one thing about it. So for this pro that I told you that is a pro version, which look at it, this pro version is not even that, that costly. We can get the pro version, of course. We can go ahead and get it so that maybe we can use other features with it. I can see I will look into the possibility of that. You see, this pro version is just $10 per month, which is about how many, like getting to 16,000 or 17,000 monthly. So we have this Power BI premium per user. So this is a premium per users. And we also have Power BI embedded. So these are all the other Power BI this thing that we have. So you see, using this one, there are certain features. You see, publish and share BI reports, include Microsoft available to buy now and with credit. You see, access longer models, pre-con pressure and whatever. Again, here, brand BI report as your own, automate monitoring, management, and deployment, reduce. All these are other features of this. So this is it if you want to use the pro version, you go ahead and purchase, but you will be paying monthly, monthly, monthly. But if you like, you can just go ahead and buy it for yearly and you keep using it like that. So this is for the power uh user. But I believed all of you have this Power BI. Of course, I know maybe during your this thing you already have it in this. So you go ahead and click on download. But don't worry, it's just part of it. I don't want anybody to miss this step. So if you like, you go ahead and download the Power BI. Don't worry, I already have it, so I'm not downloading it. I'm just leaving it. I'm going to open it now. So let me see. Okay, sorry, I'm sharing back my screen. Okay, so I'm opening it. Okay, here it is. So it's going to open. Let's just have a look at the interface. Let's have a look at the interface and understand the interface. Then from there we move. Today's class is not going to be that long. So believe me, we're going to finish before 9:30. Okay, so once you open your Power BI, this is how it's going to look like. Once you open it. So you see, I'm going to explain all this to you. So please just look at it and understand what I'm saying. So when you open it, it's going to open this for you. So first of all, you need to see, you are going to see home, open, sign in option and all this. So for the home, this is the home. It means you are at the home. Once you click on open, it means you want to open either a file or you want to open a document or you want to open something. So as you can see, I have a lot of files here. So if I want to open, I go ahead and open the one I have. So you can open via recent file or you can open from your OneDrive. So if you connect your OneDrive, I just disconnected mine so I can just sign in my OneDrive. Once you sign on your OneDrive, you are going to see all the files that you save on your OneDrive. So for the sign in, if you have the Power BI account, just click on sign in. Go ahead. You are going to sign in and start working with the Power BI. But don't worry, I'm not going to do that because we are not going to sign in. Now I'm not using that account. Yeah, I have official account, which is for the Pro, but I'm not going to use it. So it asks me for the email. I put my email and whatever and continue. So don't worry. Let's go back to this. So after that, we have this option and setting. So this is where you need to set up a lot of things related to this Power BI and that has to do with maybe you need to change the, sorry. Okay, so look at it. You need to change the background data. You need to edit a lot of things. There are many things you can do when it comes to this setting, but please, I'm just advising you, don't change anything related to this. Please don't just touch it. I'm just showing you this. When you are very good at it, you can go there and explore that. Okay, so let's go back. Sorry. Okay. So after that, we are going to see this. I'm sorry. Okay. So after that, this is what we are going to see. We are going to see this in our interface. This blank form. This blank form. So sorry. Sorry. It's like I want to go back to that page so that way. Okay, this is our page. So I have to stop sharing the screen for me to see the page. So I'm sorry that way I just stopped the because it create new page. I'm sorry, I'm sharing back my screen. It just ceased. I don't know. Sorry, I'm sharing back my screen. It's just my system that ceased. Okay. Okay, so this is the new interface that of course we show for the first time before we click that open and it takes us to that. Or we click sign in, it takes us to that. So here it is now. All these, as you can see, are the sources of your data that you can connect with Power BI. So you can connect it with blank report. Go ahead and just, if you want to create a blank report, you click on blank report and you go ahead. You can connect it with this one leg data hub. You can connect it with Excel workbook. You can also connect it with SQL Server. And there are lots of sources that when you click here, you can connect your Power BI with the sources. There are lots of sources that you can get data with. So we are going to talk about that later. So let me go back. Sorry, all these are the sources. As I click that sources plus, all these are the sources that you can connect your Power BI with. There are many of them. So you can connect them with Access, that is Microsoft Access, MySQL, all this. You see, you can go ahead and connect it with a lot of them. So there are many of them. So this is the sources that you can also use. So let me go back to that page where it is. Not this. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to stop. I have to stop again my screen again. What is wrong with my system? I'm sorry. It's from my system. I'm sorry. I'm sharing it back. My system is tired. Oh, okay, okay. So it's coming up. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong. My system is tired. Me too. I'm tired. So okay. So here it is. So this is it. And for the sources, you can go ahead and get all the sources that you want to connect with. And for this recommendation, if you want to know the intro of Power BI, just click here. They will give you an overview of what Power BI is all about, what you can do. Just click it and go ahead and do that. So the first thing we are going to click, okay, and there is this shared recent files. You see, all these are the files that are used. And also you can share these files, or files that were shared with you by someone. You can see them here. So this is it. Uh, this is it. Then you are going to do that. So now, what we are going to click on, we are going to click on blank report. So just click on blank report. So here it is now, as you can see. This is the interface of Power BI that we are going to work with. So I'll take you through this. We're going to just understand all this interface and understand what we can do with it. Then from there, we continue. But first of all, before I go, let me start with the menu. So now we have this file. You see, it brings us back to that interface, that home, open, but now we have save as, share, get data, import, export. All these are other features that we can use. So if we want to save our file, we click on this file, we come to save as, then we save it, or we click on save to override what we have saved already. If you want to share it, just click on share and you share it with other users that you want them to maybe to contribute, or you want them to work with the same file that you are working with. And also you can get data. If you want to get data, these are the sources that you want to get data from. Go ahead and select the sources and get the data. So for the import, if you want to import data, you import Power BI file, you go ahead and click on import. Or if you want to export the file, you go ahead and export the file either as Power BI template or as PDF file. So this is what all this file menu is all about. File menu is all about. Then for the home, you see, this is the home. This is what we have for home. We have paste. We cannot click it since we didn't copy anything. We have cut, copy, format, painter. We all have this in our Excel. You know how you can use it. So after this, we have this get data. All this, if you want to upload data, which of course is one of the things that we are going to use. So you just click on get data and upload the data that you are going to use. So you see this Excel workbook is different from the data we are going to get in Excel, which is normally, is comma separated value data. We have this one lake, source, which we want to just do it. If you want to use the SQL server, this SQL server is normally data from the normal website that you know. So all the website normally we use SQL server for that. Either my SQL server or SQL server using all these Azure and other cloud servers. So this is all the SQL. If you want to connect any SQL server with your Power BI, this is where you connect that. So if you want to enter it, just click here. So now, again, like I told you in this, that you cannot even enter data, is this feature that was added to it, you can enter data with it now. So before you cannot do it, but now you can do data entry even in Microsoft Power BI. So this is another feature, and it's something very nice that someone, if you want to use it, go ahead and use that, and it will help you. But believe me, it's not that user friendly like Excel, but it's also a spreadsheet. You can add a column like this, add column, add column. You want to rename the column, just double click on it, rename it maybe SN. If you want to name this one full name, if you want to name this one email, then you want to name this one maybe gender. So like this, if you are done, you come ahead and start writing the number. And if you want to create a row, you click here. You keep clicking, and if you keep clicking, it's just going to have this for you. So that's one thing about this. So you want to rename the table, you rename the table. When you are done entering the data, you click on load and you just enter the data. So that's another feature that you can use also on Power BI. So we have this data vars. If you want to connect it with the data vars through SQL endpoint, you just go ahead and click here. Then you go ahead and connect your Power BI with it. So I'm canceling it because we are not doing that. For the recent file, if you want to open all the recent files, go ahead and click on this to open the recent files. You want to transform your data, you want to start editing the data, you want to start cleaning the data, you click on this transform, and then when you transform, then it will take you to where you're going to start transforming your data. New visual is this. If you want to create new visual, just click here. It will create new visual for you, but don't worry, we are not into that because we will start that later. So don't worry about that. We'll continue. Text box, if you want to insert text box to write something, this is it. More visuals, this is something. Maybe you want to add files, maybe other icons and other things with that. Just go ahead and do that. Don't worry, we're going to talk about all these visual, new majors, quick majors. When we start talking about DAX, we'll talk about all these and we'll explore them. So for the publish, we'll talk about that, and also sensitivity. We don't have anything for us to show, but we'll talk about that. Okay, so this inside is just a calculator, it's just an AI. This one is just an AI. If you click on it, it will just go ahead and look into your data and just bring some insight about your data, that what this Capilot AI is all about. So it was embedded in Microsoft Power BI. So another thing that we'll look at, the next menu that we are going to look at is, sorry, people are coming in. Okay. Sorry. So the next thing we're going to look at is insert. So under insert, this is it. We can create a new page. If I click here, I will click a new page or duplicate the page. You see, or you can come here and click this plus sign to create a new page, like new sheet in Excel. So you can go ahead and do that. It's very, very easy to do it. You can connect two or more multiple cells or multiple dashboards in Power BI using different sheets. So I can create the menu sheet here, and I create all the charts here. When you click, it will take you to the page that I want you to go there. So all this, we'll look at them, I think, during that. All these are things that Textboard and this Power BI are Power Automate. All these I think that maybe we'll look at them. For the modeling, yeah, when we'll start creating the modeling, even though I will show you how to do the modeling, how to create that data connection, how to do that data modeling, we'll talk about that. So this is where you're going to do it, and this is where you create all these new table, new column, majors, and whatever. This is it. So we have view, and this is the views. You look at it, all this grid line, we can add the grid line in the page. If we like, we can do that. Add snap grade, log all this view. You can create different view, fit to it, fit to page, actual this. Go ahead and do that. For the optimize, these are the things we have on that. For the help, if you need any help from Power BI, go ahead and click that. So these are the menu bars that I just want us to look at. And let's continue to this. So now let's look at this report view. This report view is where you're going to see your dashboard. So if you're under this report view, you are going to see the dashboard of what all the visualization that you have created. So that's number one thing that we have. So we have the table view. This is where you're going to see the data that you have. So if you upload a data, you are not going to see your data here. Is here you are going to see your data under the table view. And we also have modeling view. So if you want to create a modeling, this is where we are going to create the model. Data modeling is data connection. We'll talk about that and you'll learn it. How are you going to connect one, two, or more tables together and create a visualization on that table? That's what this modeling is all about. So for example, I have a file A, file B, file C, file D. How am I going to connect this file A, B, C, D together and create a robust dashboard with all the data that are within this file? So we need to have the primary key and secondary key so that we connect the files together and we create a dashboard that will work together with all the files that we have. So this is where the data model comes in. So we also have the DAX query. So this is where if you want to write the DAX query, you just go ahead and do that. And all this Capilot AI can do that for you. If you want to create all these data analysis expression, which is stand for DAX in Power BI, go ahead and do that. Okay, so now again we come back to this view and you see we have mobile view. If I want to create a mobile view, just click on this mobile layout. You see this how it's going to look. So like maybe you want to share your dashboard using mobile or to people, just this is the mobile view, or you want to bring it back to desktop view and just click it back and it will come back to this. And I show you how to create page. If you want to rename it, double click on it, highlight it, just double click on it, rename it and write the name that you want to give to the page. So again, we are going to look at this side also. You see, we have a side for filter. You can just collapse it and you uncollapse it. Look at how it is. So these are the styles for all the filter that we have. So I want to filter most of the data that I have. So I will do the filtering here, maybe to get it by this, by this. So when we are dragging our visuals, we are putting it under filter. So if you like, you can uncollapse it. You just collapse it or uncollapse it. So we have the visualization. Under visualization, we have this to build the visuals. This is what it is. All these are the visuals that we have in Power BI. Unlike Excel, you need to go to inside, you need to click this. But these are the visuals that we have. And there are some visuals that are here, which we don't have them in Excel, but we have them here. And they looks more awesome and fantastic in Power BI than that. But if you are very good at it, you can design it. Here, it's automated, but in Excel, you need to do it by yourself. So that's one thing about it. So it's like WordPress and developing a website by yourself. That's the one thing about the difference between Power BI and Excel. Excel. So we have the field values where you need to add the data, and that's something else. So we also have this format report. This is where you need to format this page. Maybe you want to change the color of the page, you want to change the canvas setting, you want to do a lot of things background of the page. Because by default, this page, as you can see, is white. So if you like, just go ahead and make it black. So once you make it black, you're not going to see black here because because you didn't upload anything, and this is not exactly the page that you have. But don't worry, when we start working on that, we're going to just create everything for the color and for this. But if you want to see this black, like I just show you now, just remove the transparency and it's going to change to black. But don't worry, we're not doing that now. Let's just leave it there. I don't want to confuse you. I'm just showing you where you are going to. Sorry, I'm deleting it. I don't want us to do anything. Okay, so here it is. If you want to just set in all your page, come here and do that. And this is for the visualization. You can also uncollapse it, expand it, or collapse it if you want. So now I just collapse it. So we have for the data. So if you want to see the data, just all the list of the files you uploaded, just click on this, expand it, and you see all this data. So this is it. So you can expand all this if you want, or you can collapse them as like this, and this is how it looks like. So I believe by us looking at the interface of Power BI here, I believe you understand what Power BI now is all about, and you understand this interface. You can roam around it, you can work with it, you understand how to do things in this interface. So you will not be scared. Whenever you saw the Power BI interface, you will not be scared, I believe. So this is exactly where we are going to stop and see you next week. Then we are going to start working with the Power BI. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a wonderful dream. Bye bye.